Like the bat signal.
Because tonight we're shining a spotlight of the upcoming action thriller, The Accountant 2.
So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Let's get to it. What up, Gotham Guardians and Arkham adversaries? It's your boy Trey and his Wonder Wife Sarah, and we just got back from the movie theaters for an early fan screening on tax day, nonetheless, for The Accountant 2. That has been 8 years since the first movie, which, oh my god, I loved the first movie.
It was so good. I mean, this second movie was highly anticipated, and I was so excited when they released they were going to make another one because the first one was just so good.
It was one of those movies where maybe you think it really didn't need a sequel, but it was so good that I'd be okay if we ever entertained it. You know, it just caught me off guard of how interesting Christian Wolff's character was and kind of the little seeds of things they could develop on from his character and his kind of his world of being just this super highly intelligent accountant who also is a badass and has high functioning autism. Just these little quirks that just is different from any other character that you've seen before. And getting this sequel, I loved it. I loved it so much. It really had this action thriller with a comedic streak through it.
It really did, and I almost think I liked this movie better than the first one.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely talk about that in a moment. But to give you guys an idea of what the second movie is about, essentially, after former Treasury Director Ray Keane, who was played by J.K. Simmons in the first movie, is murdered, Treasury agent Marybeth Medina enlists Christian Wolff, Ben Affleck's character, to investigate the murder and a web of human trafficking and criminal activity, and while doing this, uncovering a deadly conspiracy that puts them all in danger.
What the hell are you talking about?
I really loved how this movie built out the universe. Like all of the ideas that were sprinkled into the first movie, they pull into this movie, and it's just, they elaborate on all of it. Kind of like how John Wick's universe builds out the high table.
That is like a great kind of similar connection there. Because yeah, it really does do that. Like all the little things that they could expand upon in the first movie, they really do. And it's such a like a cool concept. Like I love that this Harbor Neuroscience Institute that Christian Wolff's character kind of introduced in the first movie plays a much bigger role in this movie, especially with that one character, Justine.
Pulling the Harbor Neuroscience more into this movie really shows the depth of how their childhood has reached like all of their adulthood now.
And I think it shows that this could easily become a franchise. Like obviously we get the sequel here, but if they want to, they could certainly do more movies and continuing these different ideas that they have of basically fighting injustices throughout the world.
I really see this walking on the same kind of path that the John Wick universe has.
Yeah, and I think what makes it so great, like with The Account, it's all these people that have disabilities or special needs, makes them weird to the outside world. Some may consider it their weaknesses, it's their strengths. And I love that. It just makes their character so cool.
It does. It really makes them look like superheroes in this movie.
Which I think we have to discuss the two characters that really just make this movie what it is, and it's just without them it doesn't work, is Christian Wolff and Braxton Wolff's character, who's played by Jon Bernthal.
I mean, the brotherly connection in this movie, they just build on top of what they kind of just started with in the first movie, and you really see their connection evolve in this movie.
It was such a tease in the first movie. We really didn't get to see them together as adults so much, but this film fills in that void in a way where their chemistry is just so freaking good.
It really is.
Oh my god. Like, I love that Braxton is very much just kind of headstrong, quick to action, but he's also, you could tell he needs something from Christian.
He's got a little bit of tenderness there.
Yeah.
And you definitely see those moments as brothers. You see them, I mean, you see them fight, you see them be brotherly love together, and then you see them just in these action sequences when they're together. It's just, they play off each other perfectly.
I think it's a film that, while it has a lot of action, it kind of has some really intense moments, it has a lot of heart.
It does. This movie really does have everything.
I just loved their chemistry so much. And as someone who has a brother like Super Bro Corey, I could see like our relationship on the screen. I'm like, that's
yeah,
so brothers right there. Oh my God. Now, with the return of the director from the first film, Gavin O'Connor, man, I really felt like he does such a great job. The action sequences alone were just so awesome.
They were. I mean, I really feel like there's not an angle that you miss in these action sequences.
There was even like one particular sequence, a little fight action scene in this frozen pizza factory that kind of resembled a little bit, it brought me back to some nostalgic Batman warehouse scenes from BVS. That I was like, oh, he still got it.
Oh yeah, immediately after the scene was over, I leaned into Trey and I said,
Right. Oh man, and the ending action sequence was just so cool. I loved how they shot it. You see a piece of it in the trailer, and it's just a really great action sequence with them that I think goes to show how well it was filmed.
It does. I really enjoyed all the action sequences in this movie too.
Now, you mentioned in the beginning of the video that you may like this movie more than the first one.
I did mention that. I did. I think because you know me, I love my comedies. I think the little bit more of the perfectly placed comedy in this movie just brought it closer to the movies that I love and want to watch over and over.
So what would you score this one then?
I think I'd give it an 8/8.
Man, see, Sarah and I are right on track. This has been a good year for us. I'm an 8/8 as well. I was surprised by how much comedy there was in this movie, because it is very different from the first movie. If you're expecting more of the same, you get elements of it. Like, they really take what made the first movie great and expand upon it. One of that being how good the comedy is. But I was almost taken back by it. I was like, whoa, like, is this a comedy? And then you would start to see some of the more analytical themes that like Christian Wolff's character gets into, and the great action, badass fight scenes that just make it a fun movie that I highly recommend you see in theaters. Like, don't waste your time when it comes out April 26th. Seriously, it right now may be the best film I've seen this year.
I would agree with that.
So let us know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what you thought of the first movie, and after you see the second movie, just how right we were about our review. So as always, guys, it helps us out so much when you smash that like, you share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. I'm your host, Trey, with his wonder wife, Sarah. And don't forget to tune in weekly.
Same bat time,
same bat channel. See you later.